Hi everyone. How is your day? Mine, I'm working on this here. This right here. But, I don't know if I'm going to do the wall hanging. I wanted to work on the block and see how the block would turn out. And it turned out very well, and I'll have to show you what I made. So, I think there's like one little solution that I could have done, but I kind of wanted to see how it would look. And I just took one of these blocks, which I made this one right here. So I just took one of these blocks and I made it into a pillow. And I should have I backed it with some light blue. And I don't have no more stuffing. I would make, quite a bit of these, but I used the last stuffing I had. I was thinking about taking the blue, and I should have did a 1.5 strip first and then this. But I think it turned out. And the block's very easy. So I think it turned out okay. And so that's what I come up with, was this little pillow here. And this pillow, when I got through putting the border around it, it come up to 11 by 11. So that's what this pillow is, 11 by 11. So I think the next one I'm going to do the little border and then do this other border. But I can't make any more pillows because I have no more stuffing. So, and then when I made the pillow, I took the top part and I fused it with fusible fleece. I didn't do any quilting on it or nothing like that. I just did fusible fleece. I laid this top part and used fusible fleece on it. And I thought it turned out perfect. It turned out good, But I thought the little pillow turned out okay. So, this block is not hard. The squares are not hard at all. And then you're going to use, for your half square triangles, you're going to use this right here. And I'm going to show you how to do this. It's not hard at all. You just got to follow your numbers, but I'm going to show you how you do this. So, we're going to get started. And I'm going to put this over here. And my blocks, I'm going to do in these colors here. I was kind of picking up a block, but I'm just going to do some random colors. And I'm going to do this color, like the light blue in the floral, and then like this pink or salmon color. I'm going to use this one strip right here. And then I'm find my other. I thought I had another color. Looking. I may do yellow. Okay. I don't have any more of the green because I'm already using the floral. So what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm just going to use the yellow. But I don't like to use that. I'm trying to say, this is going to be my half square triangle. My half square triangle. And then for these, and then that. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, I'm gonna use this like the light green, and then that floral. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go press these. They say not to, but I do. I mean, that's just me. That's my personal preference to iron those down, just like I ironed my white fabric. And I've got it cut. I'm not going to tell you the measurements because some people probably have not gotten their box yet. And so I'm just going to cut. And you know we're using our charm square. And that's what we're using. So now how to use these. Let's see. I need to cut. I gotta cut some more squares here. You're gonna need a lot of these squares. You're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these squares. To make that block. I was thinking about making a pot holder because the block does finish an 8x8. So I'm just going to keep. I was thinking about taking my Christmas charm squares with this project, but I'm going to use this. I might order me another of that book. Now I have the big ones. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side. Okay. Now, all I did was look how the block was put together, and I put it together. I didn't even go by these instructions at all. I didn't go by this book. I kind of just did my own thing. Now, I think there is a pin cushion back here that I wouldn't mind doing. And it's this little stripy one right here. Now that would be cute, taking your leftovers that you have right here and using those to make your little pin cushion out of. That would be cute. But other than that, I don't need the book. Let me go press these squares down. It's a little nippy outside. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is, and I need to add my smaller rulers. Okay, because I'm going to turn you to the machine. But I'm going to show you first. I'm going to move my cutting mat over to this direction. And I don't know how well you can see. Okay. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to take your little cake mix recipe out. Changing my 1/4 inch foot. Okay. Maybe you can see right there. Okay. You're going to take one of these sheets. This is not hard. And you're going to take your background fabric. Okay? And you're going to take your fabric that you're using for your half square triangles. And you're going to lay this right sides down. And it is going, which you will have this. It's, you got this facing down. Okay? Now you're going to take your paper here. Now what you want to do is, they got numbers. Okay? So you're going to start, number 1 is right here. Turn this. Number 1 is right here. And you're going to stitch. Go ahead and stitch off of the paper because it tells you to flip it. So, I'll stitch right off the paper, turn it, and go back down. And I keep doing. And now there's 8. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to get 8 half square triangles out of this. So, and it's real easy. You just follow the numbers. And it tells you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you can pin right here, which I'll do. I'll just kind of put 2 pins right here. You don't want to pin it here because that's you're going to be stitching, and this is your cutting line right here. This solid line is your cutting line when you get done. So I'm going to pin this, and I'm going to show you how I pin it. So I'm going to take a few pins. Okay, what I did is I pinned right here and right here. And then once I get through, then I'll move it to right here and to right here. So I've got everything pinned down. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here on 1, and I'm going to stitch where I need to stitch at. So I'm going to put my presser foot right down in between where those lines are. And then you want to stop. And then you're going to turn it. If you go off a little bit, it's okay. It's not going to show much. But I'm going down to number 2. I should have stitched this in red so that way you can see what I'm doing, because the white, I've already stitched 1 and 2. Yeah, I should have stitched just this in red so you can see. Okay, now I'm going back down. Now I'm going to turn it around and go to 3. And I'm going to move my pin over here to this other side. And then I just move my needle right back to that dotted line. And then I just stitch right off. Then I'm going to move my pin now I'm on number 5. I just did a boo-boo. Okay, when you're working on paper, now I just caught myself on this. You want to make sure that you put your length. Now I do 2.0. I just caught myself, but now I got 2.0 on there. That's just what I use. Some do 1.4, whatever. But I use 2.0, and I found that works a lot better for me. Now, you can do it however you want to do it. I've just learned on several YouTube, some do put it down to 1.4, 1.5, or 1.2, but I do 2.0, and it doesn't really matter where, but now I just caught myself doing that. And so that was one thing I forgot to tell you. When you're working with this paper, you want to turn down your stitch length. So I did 2.0. And you want to make sure that you do that. Because when you get ready, it'll be easier for you to tear off the paper. Okay, now I'm going to 6. Okay, now I'm fixing to go to 7. Now the last one is 8, and then we will be done. And then I just go right off that stitching line. Okay. Turn you around. Okay. This is what we're going to do. I'll take my pins out. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my short ruler, and what we're going to do is you're going to trim all this line right here. See the edges? The outside? And where this black line is, it's where you're going to cut. And I'll do one so I can show you how we're going to do this. You want to do your outside box first. And that's what we cut off right there. So you're going to do that on all sides. Okay, now you've cut all the way around. Okay, now you see this straight line right here going down the middle. You got one here, you got one going across. Now that's where you're going to cut. So I'm going, you don't have to put them together. You can, and then you have 4 of these. So you're going to take it, and then you're going to cut on this solid line in the middle. You're going to cut straight down that line. You can do it with a rotary cutter, a pair of scissors, whatever works for you. Okay, and you have all your little pieces. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 half square triangles. So now what you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper back. And you're going to tear it real easily because you don't want to tear and rip your stitches. And then you can pull that back. So what I do is I go ahead on all, is just go ahead and fold all my papers back. I should have put my iron over here. I'm going to tear all these off, and then I'm going to stop the video and tear all these off, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I got them all pressed, and make sure, now what I do is I press my seam, and then I'm going to roll back this fabric here, and you got your little half square triangle. Now what you want to do is you're going to need to trim your block up to the size that it says in your instruction book. And so I have this ruler right here that I'm going to use to square up. And I like using my rotating mat for this. It just makes it easier. I had my glasses on. What happened to them? Okay. And you want to do all your blocks. So you want to square your blocks up. And they're going to look like this. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to square all my blocks up and then I will come back. Okay, I've got them all squared up. So you have your little half square triangles. So that is what you do working with these little papers here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your two squares here and you're going to cut your fabric. And like I said, I'm going to save these there. So whenever you get your box in the mail, you can make it however you want to. The measurements will show you how to put it together. I'm not giving you the measurements, but I'm just showing you how to kind of put the block together in case you do have your box. Some people don't know how to do it, some people do. But so what I'm going to do is okay, I need to take a square. I take my half square triangle. But excuse me. I'm trying to think. Okay. And you're going to use a scant 1/4 inch seam on this block. It's not a bad block. It's a pretty easy block. So I'm just kind of showing you how to put this block together. So I don't know. I haven't been feeling too well the last couple of days. My back has just really been giving me a fit. And